Anyways, then my arm fell off. Whoa! What was that? What is this? Who are you? I'm you, but cooler. You gonna let him say that about me? What's up, guys? Today we are back with an amazing Amaguhci bootleg. My dad actually grabbed from Temu, or Timu, however you're supposed to pronounce it. I actually have another KO, but it's not the X-Force version. So now I have two matching KOs. This guy's about 8 years old, 7 to 8 years old now at this point. He's got some glue holding them together because he's a KO. He also can just pull apart. It's kind of cool for Deadpool, at least. Would be annoying on anybody else. But he's also, like I said, about 8 years old. 7 to 8 years old. He's pretty darn good. We'll see more of him during the comparison of height. But anyways, the box, I'm not even sure if this is what the official box looks like, because I've seen multiple versions of this art on the side here. We got some damage, obviously, because it's a bootleg. But honestly, you can see some blurriness from the lack of quality on the printing for the box. My bad. There we go. And let's get her opened up and figure it out. See if she's any good. We're going to open it up on camera here, because it doesn't matter if I save the box or not for this guy. It's probably going to end up going in the garbo. So, first things first, pulling it out. We see some cool artwork in the back, actually. Not a big deal. Can it come out? No, that is attached to the box. We're done with that. Before we open up that guy, they do come with, I don't know what that is. That looks like a pick. This is a stand. It's not a typical normal stand, but it looks pretty decent. And all the stuff is in here. I thought there was a weird smell coming off of him. It's tape there too. Tape there. Oh my gosh. Alright, maybe I will have to cut this part out. It's so loud. Probably not, but tape all the way around just to ensure none of it gets out. It's all pretty loose in there, so recommend making sure you get all the tape off first. Just noticed how that went. There is also a warning on Temu and on AliExpress when you buy this guy that his joints and everything are quite stiff. Or that too. And that we should be very careful with him. So, we got the same. Oh, that one moves more. Alright, well, we're already off to a better quality than the original one. This couldn't happen on the last one. I actually just broke these parts off, cut them off, and threw them into my Toy Biz Deadpool, who we'll see later. But this moves. I didn't know that was a thing. That's cool. Throw that off to the side there. Gonna show off some of these hands if I can get them out. Got the got fists for each side. So we're gonna just put those back in. See if we can see them this way, because I think everything's kind of behind some stuff. We got all those alternate hands right there. Got the alternate eyes up here, which I might need to repaint a little bit. Got the swords there, some guns, and we're gonna get this guy out. They also got the spare head here, which we'll pop that one out. Take a look at that. That's actually pretty darn good for a boot, I'm not gonna lie. That looks really, really good. Still swap out the eyes on that head too. I'm gonna put that off to the side. Just gonna pull him out here. There he is. He's in some plastic. Comes with this cool little stand, which gives like an effect. It's also shiny, kind of like a, for some reason. I don't know why. Not sure if that's the way it is on the original release. So these eyes are in their own little thing. We have the heart eyes. Not sure what those ones are. Maybe they're just the confused eyes. Maybe they're upside down. And some more wide open eyes. I can't focus. Come on. Either way, we're not going to put those back on anything yet. We are, however, going to take a look at this gun. It is not painted, so it's just black. The other one's exactly the same. There we go. Thank you for focusing there, camera. And then there's a lot to focus on. So put that off to the side. That's pretty darn good. It actually looks pretty good, even though it's not not painted. like the other one, so that's a little bit of an issue. Some of the paint quality looks like it's gone down, but other things like the sculpting and the packaging have definitely gone up. This is not a bad looking katana for a Deadpool figure at all. We're gonna throw it off to the side here, off of cam. We're gonna pop this guy out of this little bag here, and whew, alright, so his arms and everything about him already feel similar, yet better. It's a little more ratchety than the other one. I was just messing around with him, right? So, gonna have to see if we can get him up and at him. Trying not to break anything on this guy. These, the crotch area is a little awkward. There we go. Alright. Again, trying not to break it. This is a boot, so we don't want to mess around too much. Especially without heating anything up. Alright, so maybe we can get him standing here. Maybe we can't. We're going to try it. Lean a little forward there, Wade. Sound good? Alright, perfect. We'll move this stuff all out of the way, too. And there we go. We got him up and at him. So, if you have any amazing Amaguhci or Revoltech stuff, this gives off that aesthetic still. Maybe the first version of it. So I know there is a lot of detail on him, actually. They got all the line work. There's a little bit of an issue up here where you can see the two parts of plastic being put together. His head feels a little loose, but there's that other one. Maybe it's just the joint in general. Yeah, it's the joint in general. Gonna have to fix that myself. Other than that, it actually doesn't feel that bad. It is right there. My joint is going a little bit, but for a boot, for like $10 Canadian plus $10 shipping, pretty darn good so far. His joints feel not buttery smooth. The paint apps are all right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put him over to the side here just a little bit. I think he's actually in the middle now. Yeah, he is in the middle. And I'm going to just grab this one to show off that they are basically the same height. It's essentially the same height. That's not that bad. This one's a little bit more stylized position-wise right now, just because I can't get him as straight up as the other guy. However, they are about the same height there, just because his legs are down a little more. I'm going to compare it right here to the Mezco Ditko Spidey as well. Let's zoom out here. Sorry, guys. We've got to move the camera back a little bit more. Not bad at all. This is supposed to be like a younger Spidey anyways, right? So we've got that. That's how he scales with the Mezco. So the boot is actually a little bit taller. It's kind of nice to have a little bit taller of a figure over here for a boot. We also have the Final Swing Marvel Legend to see how he scales in there. That looks pretty darn good to me, actually. I don't think it's that bad of a scale difference. Tom is a little bit of a smaller Spider-Man, especially in the cinematic aspect of the fact. And there is a Mafex Scarlet Spider comparison, too. So we got that there. They're about the same height. I like that. I like that the boot is actually kind of maintaining the scale better than most other boots do. We'll move him off to the side here as well. And we're going to come in with another Deadpool, sorry. Get the joke? Another red Deadpool. I'm going to have to hold him a little bit here because of the way he's very old, obviously. This is a Series 6 Deadpool. He does scale relatively the same with the boots, so not bad at all. I'm going to move him off to the side since he can't stand, and we will also be bringing in a Marvel Legends X-Force Deadpool in 1 second. Whoa, magic! He is a little bit lighter in color when it comes to the different X-Force suits. However, As we can tell, the Marvel Legend one is a little bit more loyal or faithful to the comics with the X-Force harness there. This is just a solid repaint of the typical Yamaguchi Deadpool. However, that's not a bad thing, because he's a pretty solid boot. If you can find him, I'd highly recommend grabbing him. We're going to mess around with him a little bit more. Do some articulation more than anything, because we didn't really touch on that. Alrighty, so now that we're zoomed in a bit on our Deadpool here, with his thumbs up, we can check out the head again. Like I said, it's a little loose. I'm going to have to fix that up a bit. That is the joint. I know that, because if I take that off, this joint is absolutely loose and broken. Which means I just got to try and glue it safely. There is a way to do that, and I will have that fixed in 0.9 seconds once I'm off of the video here. But we also do have to put the head back on him. And there we go. He looks pretty darn good there. Let's see if we can focus again. Focus. Come on. There we go. So we got the typical articulation, where you got that articulation at the base of the neck, which allows a swivel, everything like that. It's a little bit more of just to give them the bury of the neck and the up, I believe. I do feel him falling apart as I'm moving him. Alright, so the joints came out there. That's alright. We can easily fix that up. That's funny, though. This is the issues you do get with a boot. That is the price you pay for paying less. So he did just explode at the waist. But that's only because this part came out of that part, and I need to... Hold on, everybody. We are going to be doing some surgery for a minute. So as we can tell, I fixed him off cam. And as we can also tell by the way he's just pulling apart, he ain't no CT Toys. But honestly, the paint apps are very good for the price you're paying. The fact that I can move him, and you hear that? It's more ratchety. He does seem like he can hold poses a little bit as long as you kind of know what you're doing. Pose him a little forward, maybe bend the ankles a little weirdly, but like you can tell with this guy, still tight but not ratchety. So his knees were never an issue, which is good, because a lot of the time it's the knees. But there we go, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he exploded in the review. That's hilarious. That is a bootleg Amazing Yamaguchi, Reveltech, whatever you want to call it, X-Force Deadpool. His articulation is pretty darn good. You just got to be very careful so he doesn't fall apart on you. It's the standard Yamaguchi stuff with these crazy ball joints, which get you like a lot of good range. This guy's probably going to be on display, and that's about it at this point, just because I know he's going to fall apart. They might be popping up in a video soon about flesh wounds, since they can just, you know, pop apart and it doesn't really matter. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this content and this review. It's not as thorough as the Marvel Legend one, just because it's pretty quick and easy to deal with. He looks pretty good. Again, for like $10 plus $10 shipping, pretty darn solid, which means if that's Canadian, I'm assuming he's probably around like $5 American. So you know what you're getting when you pay for it. But it's pretty darn good, and also it's going to have a special spot in my heart because my dad grabbed it for me. So means the world, and thanks for being here, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe, do all that rigmarole. But most importantly, don't forget to stay frosty.